Hi, Kayla. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Well, I'm glad that you're here to join me again for another week. How are you doing with everything?
Um, I can kind of say that this week has actually been a really good week. I was able to have a productive conversation with both of my parents, so that actually went well. We tried this new thing where one of us talks at a time and the other one listens, and then we all kind of, voiced what we were feeling. So that was good this week. I'm hopeful for the future that it's going to kind of continue that way.
That's
Um,
amazing.
yeah, for sure. And then, what else? Work has been okay. I mean, I know that last time I told you I cut back a little bit on my hours, so that's definitely helped me out with, just prioritizing self-care and other things like that.
Okay, that's amazing. Has your friend moved already?
So my friend did move. She
Okay.
actually left 2 days ago.
All
Um,
right.
it's weird, like not just being able to, drive down the road and see her and things like that. But I've definitely, given her some space in regards to, getting there safely, moving in. All of her stuff is unpacked. She's been sending me, pictures like, where do you think I should put this? Where do you think I should put that? So that's definitely, been making me feel good and also hopeful for the future for her.
That's amazing. So it sounds like overall you had a very productive week. You had a great conversation with your parents where everybody was able to talk and everyone listened to each person who was talking. It sounds like you cut back at work and you've taken more time to do things for yourself. And it sounds like your friend moved and you've been handling it very well. And you've kind of set boundaries and given her space to get down there. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, I feel like since we've been talking and I've been, completing things that you've been giving for me to do and going back and thinking about the conversations that we've had, I've really, a lot of this information has resonated with me and I've been able to, use it more. So even when I'm not, talking with you.
That's amazing. So it sounds like you're able to use tools outside of therapy and our time together to, process through your feelings and emotions and kind of settle that anxiety that you're feeling.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. So how, when you were talking with your parents, I just want to ask a little, were you able to set boundaries with them? I know everybody, one person talked at a time, but were you
Yeah.
able to kind of, say what you were feeling about the situation?
I will admit I was able to say what I was feeling about the situation, but I didn't kind of lay it all out there at once, just because I kind of want to, kind of like you and I talked, I want to progress throughout my conversations with them, just because I feel like it would be so overwhelming if everybody just brought everything to the table, full force. So I think like, the more that we talk, the more our conversations can get a little bit more deeper and open, and hopefully we can establish, clear boundaries with each other.
That's amazing. So it sounds like you're making a lot of progress with your parents.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. Okay. So I know that our time together is coming to an end, and this is like our last session together. So I kind of just want to talk about how you're feeling about it being our last session.
Um, I'm actually feeling pretty good about it. I feel like, I have made great progress since talking with you and, listening to the things that you had to say. I know now that, there is nothing wrong with talking to someone. And if I ever did need to reach out again, I definitely know that I could. But I think for, right now, I think that I'm kind of in a good place. And you've given me like some good tools to use. Sorry, I'm dying.
You're okay. Take a sip of water.
But yeah, I think I'm doing good.
Awesome. Yeah, I think you've made a lot of progress, and it sounds like you're using your tools outside of here, and you continue to make progress even when we're not meeting. It's really good to hear that you say if you do need to talk to someone, you're comfortable going to somebody. I do want to highlight that if you're ever in a moment of stress or panic or the anxiety is too much, and you do need someone to talk to instantly, There's the 988 number, which is a mental health crisis hotline where it's just somebody for you to talk to right then and there.
Yeah.
So I just want you to be aware of it, so that way if you do need something and you don't have somebody right then and there to talk about it, to just please use that.
Awesome. Thank you.
Absolutely. Um, do you have any plans for yourself to, I know we talked a little bit about self-care, but we spend an hour together, every week. So what are we going to do to fill that time? And is it going to be something that's more self-care for yourself?
Uh, yeah, I think so. I think that I need to, start learning how to give myself as much time as I like to give to other people. So I
Absolutely.
think that I would definitely, benefit from putting a little bit more focus on myself.
Absolutely. I know we talked a little bit about reading, so I always recommend, maybe like a book club or something, that you're
Yeah.
getting that social support, you're meeting new friends, and you're just taking some time for yourself. I always try to recommend that to my clients as, they're leaving, just so that, you take this time that you already do to spend for yourself to continue to commit to yourself.
Yeah, no, that sounds really good.
Awesome. Do you have any other thoughts or things you would like to mention?
No, not at this time.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for meeting with me. And again, if you need anything, please feel free to reach out.
Thank you.
Thank you.